Why, oh why, is my hand stuck in a wheel well right now? Well, I'm deciding to make another bad decision. I'm gonna pull all the fenders off. The reason why I want to pull all the fenders off is for whoever ends up with this bug in the future, I want them to have a full understanding of its current situation. So I want to expose any rust that there is that I can find and at least stop the rust for the next owner. The headlight in this bug was said to not be working on the driver's side, I think she said. This is the connection that connects to your headlight, and these wires, of course, connect to the connection. So sometimes what can happen, well, that's exactly what can happen. The wires can sometimes come out of the connector, or even just have a loose connection, even if they appear to be connected. This connection, as you can see, appears to be a bit corroded, so even if it was tight, it might not have a good enough connection to turn the headlight on. What you can do is take a wire brush and brush it off, and then put some sort of dielectric grease on the connector before you plug it back into this plastic connector to prevent any corrosion in the future. If you have any questions about this, feel free to shoot me a comment, and I'm more than happy to help you in any way that I can. Okay. Now that we have the fender off, we can look at the rust. Now the rust looks pretty nasty, but until we get it down to bare metal, we just don't know. Okay, so I got the back fender unbolted for the most part. There's one bolt that's holding it on, and that's held on by the running board. Now I wasn't planning on taking the running board off, but looks like I'm gonna have to. My prediction is the second we pull this running board off, the whole back of the body is going to be full of rust. I'm definitely not going to fix that, but in order to get the fenders off, which I've decided I have to get the fenders off at least, I want to be able to paint it and put new fender beading in there. Fender beading actually does have a purpose. It prevents the metal from rubbing together, and it keeps rust from occurring. As you can tell, the running board's rusted, and 99% chance the body behind it is disgustingly rusted. So here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's so much rust. Look at that rust. Oh, that's terrible. Why am I doing this? This is actually kind of funny. The running board is loose. The fender is loose. The fender between the running board and the fender is still attached, but I'm gonna need to get it off to take that bolt out. The point is, everything's disattached, but it's still hanging there. Why? Because of the Bondo! It's actually not as terrible as I thought, but it's still pretty bad. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah. It looks like I'm going to be replacing the running board. But hey, the next owner will appreciate it, I'm quite sure. People keep honking at me. It's like they know me or something. I'm going to apply Navy Jelly to all of the rust spots and then a rust inhibitor. Navy Jelly is phosphoric acid, so it's going to eat away all the rust. Once I've washed the phosphoric acid off, I will apply a rust inhibitor such as Rust-Oleum or something similar. That way it'll at least prevent the rust from coming back immediately and give the new owner time to address the rust areas when they see fit. We got one more bolt holding this entire fender on. It's spinning in the back. Let's see if we can use the same method that we used for the front up here. So let's see if we can find the nut where it's spinning and grab it between the fender and the body. You always want to test your grinder away from you after you've put your blade on for the first time, just to make sure nothing's going to happen. Make sure your safety's in place. Push it away from you and away from objects and pull the trigger. The blade is smooth and there's no vibrations.
There's too much traffic. I can't hear myself think.
Yeah!